Brothers and sisters, the epic story of Israel's wilderness journey in the book of Numbers is one of both tragedy and surprising grace. This pilgrimage should have only taken 2 weeks, but instead lasted 40 years, nearly a lifetime. The book falls into 5 sections, moving between 3 wilderness locations, linked by 2 road trips. The story begins with enthusiasm at Mount Sinai. Israel had been here a year, forming their covenant with God, receiving the 10 Commandments and building the tabernacle. They take a census, organize their camp around God's presence, and depart when the cloud moves. God is with them. But after just 3 days, they start complaining. Moses' own siblings rebel against him. The story moves to the wilderness of Paran, where 12 spies scout the promised land. 2 are optimistic, but 10 spread fear until the people mutiny, ready to return to Egypt. God honors their choice. This generation will die in the wilderness. The story worsens as they travel to Moab. Even Moses rebels and is disqualified from the land. More rebellions and snakes attack, yet God provides food, water, and manna. Though the people wish for death, God remains faithful. In Moab, the king of Moab hires Balaam to curse Israel, but 3 times, Balaam can only bless them. His final blessing prophesies Israel's king will bless all nations, fulfilling God's promise to Abraham. Israel rebels in the camp, unaware of God's protection and blessing in the hills. The book ends in Moab as the old generation dies, including Moses, but before leaving, Moses gives his last warnings and wisdom, the book of Deuteronomy. This story shows how, though God is faithful, He will honor our rebellious choices and let us waste our lives, yet His grace still surprises us. Like Israel, we rebel though God provides all we need. We choose to dwell in fear rather than claim His promises. We sin though His presence is with us. Like Balaam, the world may curse us, but God turns curses into blessings for His purpose and glory. God protects and blesses His people despite themselves. His promises are greater than our faithlessness. At our bleakest and lowest, He still has victory in store and a blessing for the nations. As we make our own wilderness journeys, may we learn from Israel. May we cling to God's promises, live in His presence, and claim by faith what He desires for us, rather than dwell in rebellion, fear and complaint. Our God is able to get us to our destination, in spite of the longest detours. His blessing is unstoppable. Let us live in hope and obedience. Our wandering can still end well when God's grace surprises us.